Greetings, everyone. Greetings. Welcome to my channel. It's your favorite Aqua Corey's World. What's up? What's up? If you can tell by the title, we finna get into it. It's a little backwards on the screen, but it's America's Next Top Model. Let me know if you're in the chat, if you're watching from the vertical feed or if you're watching from the horizontal feed. Let me know in the chat below. But I have a special co-host who's gonna be co-hosting with me tonight. Somebody y'all know a little bit about her, but y'all ain't never seen her come on a live stream with me. So this will be her first time. So I'm gonna bring my bestie up here and we're gonna be getting into some things. All right. So let me bring my bestie on up here. What's up, bestie?
What's up, best friend? Where have you been?
What's going on? What's going on? So, we's ready to get into some thingy things. I see a few people in the chat. Okay, you watching Vertical? What's up? Shout out to you, Rodney. I appreciate you for being here. Shout out Anthony Holmes. He's always on time. Shamika, yeah. I appreciate you. Anybody who's in the bushes right now, thank y'all so much for coming through. I wanted to talk about this topic. If you can tell, it is America's Next Top Model. The documentary recently got released. What was it, like a week or two ago? That has been, so it's been like a week or two, and everybody has been talking about this documentary. Everybody has been giving their take on Tyra and how the show was, and if she was this mean girl and all this other good stuff. So I really want to get into some things. Now, usually y'all know I come with some notes, but we're going to try to just come from off top of the head because I recently watched it. Wawa, she recently watched it, and we got some things we would like to add to, the discussion. I would like to put my 2 cents in. I would like to put my little opinion in. And my opinion is very unpopular. I have an unpopular opinion about this whole thing. I'm one of those people who I'm one of those people who don't like to jump on the bandwagon because everyone has outrage on something. Some people feel like, oh, they hear one person talk about something and then it just spreads legs and then everyone starts to dogpile. I'm not a person that likes to dogpile. I like to assess the situation. I like to see, okay, why did this happen? Why did that happen? I like to get all type of context clues before I just go in because I see everybody else going in. What's up, Sea Life? I see you. Thank you for being here. What's going on? What's going on, Big Kappa? Shamika, welcome, welcome. Um, I see all y'all in the chat. I appreciate y'all for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Wawa, do you have anything to say before we get into this?
Listen, I just want to say no tea, no shade for whatever we about to say. Just, it is what it is. We just want to talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, yeah. Y'all heard the bestie. No tea, no shade. These are just our opinions. It isn't Bible, what we say, obviously, but everyone's entitled to their own opinions. So let's get straight into it. I want to start from the beginning. Before I really truly deep dive into my entire opinion of this whole documentary. And if you don't know what it is, Tyra Banks, the supermodel, she used to be this huge supermodel. She still is. Her name is a household name. Everyone knows who she is. But as she got older, in the modeling world, you at a certain age, you start to venture into other things, you start to pivot. And that's one of the things Tyra Banks mentioned in her documentary. She is a huge pivoter. And that's kind of like with any career, especially in the entertainment business. Sometimes you'll start out as an artist, and then the artist will turn into to creating their own label. Sometimes they'll write books. Sometimes they'll I can use T.I. for instance. No one thought he would get into comedy, but he decided to, yeah. Yes, he did comedy for a while. He would do stand-up comedy.
T to the I.
T.I. T to the I. I went back when I guess, I don't know if you've seen, he recently cut his locks off.
No.
Yeah, he cut his, oh girl, I forgot. Child Wawa sometimes be a little disconnected from the, what be going on.
From the interweb.
But using him as an example, he pivoted from being a rapper to another form of entertainment, being a comedian, actually going on tour, doing stand-up comedian.
Selling tickets?
Selling tickets, girl.
People bought them?
I personally would not want to go to a T.I. comedy show. However, people was going, and I think a lot of people was going just to see if he could do it, or just to see, what type of stuff he has. You watching Horizontal? Okay. All right. Thank you, Anthony, for letting me know how you watching. Something. Let's read it. Who has a? First of all, everyone has on clothes. Ain't nothing private showing. Nathaniel, and don't come on here with the mess. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. You trying to say I ain't got no clothes on?
Child, they starting already, but we
do
that today because we got some stuff to get into. All right. Watch your mouth, Nathaniel. But you can see your way out. Maz, if you are in the building, just keep your eyes on it. Long as they ain't saying nothing too crazy, y'all know what to do. But yes, I use T.I. as an example. But back to Tyra, she wanted to pivot. So as she was getting up in age, she wanted to do something different. I don't want to say her modeling career was over or anything, but I will say, it was time to do something else. So she came up with the bright idea to create a TV show for supermodels, which I thought was a great, great idea. And I think when she first started out, I think her intentions was very pure. I think she really wanted to show insight of what it was like in the modeling world. she also had her own talk show too. That can be a whole nother discussion about her own personal talk show.
I actually really liked her talk show.
I did too. I liked the America's Next Top Model. I liked the Tyra Banks show, her actual show. I liked some of the movies she had. Like the movie
Life Size.
That was a classic. You know, if you know, you know. Most of the girls who's in our generation, millennials, they know. But Tyra Banks said something. She wanted to just shed a different light on the modeling world, and she wanted to do her own twist of reality TV. And I think it is very important to understand the word reality TV and what it was during that period of time. So you had TV shows like The Real World, Road Rules. It was still kind of very new. And Fear Factor. And I wanted to use Fear Factor specifically because a lot of people, when there's a lot of discourse online about why was Tyra making them do all of this and do all of that, she clearly said in the documentary, which I think that was something that a lot of us automatically understood. She had to compete with other shows like that. She had to compete with other shows. What you smiling at? The people in the chat, child? Oh yeah.
Girl, I don't know who is artist Dudley, but
I will not be subscribed to you at this time.
It's the way he keeps saying goodbye, but he hasn't left yet.
Oh, okay.
And he's also don't talk to me. I do.
There we go. That's taken care of. What's up, love? King Ferg said, "What's up?"
Hey.
You say you look like a snack, child.
Who look like a snack?
You. He said, "Whoa." But please do not. I forgot to give you a lesson. When they come down to these trolls, don't get too caught up. Especially when talk about, because you'll be in the comment section all day, all on. What's up, Precious? What's going on, love? I appreciate you for coming through. I appreciate you too, King Ferg, as well. All right, see life. Okay, let's get back to and see life. Do me a favor since you're here. Put your you and wifey's IG on here for me, because I did say I was gonna hit y'all up. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So her idea of creating America's Next Top Model, I think, was truly genuine. I don't think she just set out to just, I'm going to make these girls' lives a living hell. I want to do. And I think that's especially Gen X and people who wasn't there during that time. I think they're overcorrecting and trying to make Tyra just set out to be this evil person. What are your thoughts on just the beginning, before we get into the thick of it, just on Tyra coming up with the idea of top model?
I thought it was great, personally, because she wanted to change how the industry was. I don't really see too much improvement, honestly. But that's just me as a plus size, you know? So I was like, I was for it. I was like, shoot, I wanted to audition. I don't even think I was tall enough at the time, because she later on in the later seasons then had like 5'7", I believe, all 5'7", but that's so on. But I don't think I was the height, so I couldn't do it. So I couldn't see myself being on TV, because I'm like, dang, well, it counts me out. But I was looking forward to it because I'm like, I love Tyra. So anything that she was doing, I was supporting it.
Okay. Did you start out watching season 1, or did you? Okay.
Lies. Let me not lie. It was like, I believe maybe season 3, maybe.
Me too.
Yeah, season 3. Yeah.
I think I caught America's Next Top Model season 3, and that was the season that Eva won. That was the season with heavy hitters, Eva, Yaya, and Takara. That was a huge season, and I don't know if that was the most watched season, but I do know that was a very, very popular season.
Yes.
And after I watched that season, I think by then, this is when Top Model ended up, I don't know if it was on Oxygen. Oxygen decided before the final episode of season 3 to play all the reruns, that whole like season 1 and season 2.
Okay.
So that's how I got hooked. I caught it in season 3 with Eva, and then they played all the reruns from 1 and 2, and I was like, okay, from here on, I'm hooked. And I probably veered off of Top Model.
Same.
Maybe I want to say maybe cycle 12. I think
had to be. I don't remember anything past that.
Yeah, I was like after cycle 12, I was like, ooh, I don't think I watched it after that. But we'll get into it. Oh, King is crushing on you hard. He say, "Wawa is gorgeous to me." Okay.
Well, thank you, sugar.
Wow.
I appreciate that. King,
that's enough. Anthony said that's enough.
Anthony said, "All right, now calm down."
That's hilarious. Okay, so we talk about in the beginning how she really wanted to create modeling show and show the realness of it, but also add the spice of the reality TV. And if we know how reality TV was back then, it was a mess, but they showed raw, real. You had a lot of TV shows like Real World, Road Rules. I don't know if
Jersey Shore.
I don't think Jersey Shore was out just yet.
Okay. I'm bad.
America's Next Top Model came about. I want to say, did she say 2002?
2002 or 2003.
Yeah. So I don't think Jersey Shore just yet came about. I don't even think, or was maybe Bad Girls Club was probably maybe. What, you looking it up? Yeah. Give me the dates. But I want to say she said 2002. Hey Maya, what's up? Thank you for coming in.
You're right. Jersey Shore didn't come out until 2009.
Okay, Anthony said you know two people named Sakara. Okay, my bad. I thought you were saying you knew two people from the show.
Okay, yep. 2003, America's Next Top Model came out. So, okay.
I don't put some. I don't start eating.
And you ain't even share. Just disrespectful.
I'm so sorry. But give me a second, y'all. I've been waiting to eat a piece of that salmon, and it's just been sitting there looking at me. One may have been on the show. Okay, you think you know Takara that was on the show? Okay.
I think Mr. Anthony low-key famous. Or he just got major connections or something.
She know how to make some good baked mac and cheese.
You know what? I made my first mac and cheese on Thanksgiving. And it was actually pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, it was well received.
Okay. So to get back into when it started, reality show was a little different, but at the same time, it was new to the world. So Tyra, I think Tyra was really onto something, and a lot of people need to give her credit. Tyra was really onto something. So yes. She talks about when she tried to shop this idea around to people, and the first person she goes to is Ken Mock. And let me put a picture of Ken. Oh, do I got a picture? Okay, yes. This is Ken Mock, Tyra and Ken home. Let me see if I can. There we go. This is her and Ken. So he's the executive producer of America's Next Top Model. And Ken Mock also produced TV shows like Making the Band. Now, he did the very first Making the Band. A lot of people think the first Making the Band was the one with,
Oil Man.
Yeah, baby oil guy. Baby
oil.
Papa Diddy Pop. Yeah, that guy. But the first one was Old Town. So that's a little history lesson for y'all. And I remember actually watching that one. That was the very first Making a Band before baby oil guy got into the picture. You remember Old Town?
No.
Mess with Destiny's Child. Yeah, it was a group. It was a boy group.
Man, I don't know.
Okay, well, he was the executive producer. I don't know if he still was the producer around the time Baby Oil guy got involved, but I think he also produced a lot of other TV shows. So she knew that he was the go-to guy, basically.
Yeah.
To go to. So after she got with him, they had to shop it around to some networks, and they figured that, okay, hey, let's try like CBS, UPN. I mean, not even you. I don't. UPN was like their last stop, but you got all these major networks, and at the time, these major networks did not want reality shows. I think at the time, reality shows was on MTV.
MTV.
I think
because you know what came out around 2003 on MTV? Made, and that show was T.
I think I remember that. What's going on, Cutting Edge? Hey, what's up? I'm glad you made it to a live stream. So y'all, I met Cutting Edge in Answers, and I forgot Answers' full name on here, but I met them on their live stream last night. So I appreciate you. Let me see, salute chat, everyone. Thank you. Cutting was good. Going to say you remember me. Like, of course I remember you. You was giving me a hard time. But I feel you, because that's how my mods are too. But yeah, he was a mod in another person's live stream. He was like, who is this person you done gave a wrench to? So I feel you. You watching out for your people. I appreciate it. But yeah, what was I gonna say?
We're talking about all the networks.
Yeah, so all those major networks, they did not want to have a reality TV show. That was something new, and they were kind of classy. They, people look down upon reality shows.
Yeah.
So then UPN picked it up, and what I realized is that UPN needed a savior as well, because by then all of the TV shows was just reruns, like Moesha, the Parkers, and all the urban shows.
That 101.
By then they needed something else to revive their network, and that's where Tyra came in. So it's like they kind of needed each other. Now I didn't get, well, maybe I do have the lady's name who she went to, who is the overhead of UPN. Let me see if I can find her name.
I feel like her name Karen.
It is Dawn Oscorff. I don't know how you say her name.
Damn, my bad.
Oscorff. I may be mispronouncing her last name incorrectly, but yeah. They end up she's the former president of UPN, because UPN is no longer. But yeah, she's the president of UPN at the time, white woman, and something that her and Ken both mentioned. They thought that Tyra just was going to have this vanity title, and the vanity title is you're just going to have a credit. So when you see the credits roll at the end of the TV show, they just want their name there. It doesn't mean that they're going to put any like hard work into getting this particular show off the ground. And you see a lot of that. Like, a lot of people have their names stamped on certain TV shows, but doesn't mean that they're truly on the ins and outs of that particular show. I probably sure I won't say much. It's messy, is it? Okay, I feel you, Cutting Edge. You good. So just to kind of fast forward, let's jump straight into it. They end up taking on the show at UPN, and she has to get her team together. And her team is Jay Manuel and Miss J. Miss J, tall, dark-skinned man who walks the catwalk, taught her how to walk at the age of 13, been in her life since the age of 13. So to add some context to that. And then you have Miss J, who's been doing her makeup for a very long time. And he mentioned a little later on in the documentary that he considered them to be best friends. Going over to each other's house and her mostly going to his. How do you feel about that, just to kind of jump the gun a little bit, knowing that the way their friendship kind of ended, I guess? Because Tyra acted as if like that's just the person I work with.
Is Tyra an Aquarius?
I don't think so. Why? Scorpio. I think she's Scorpio.
Let me check that real quick.
Yeah, check that out. Let's find out. Let me know what Tyra zodiac sign is.
Because I need to know.
And don't be putting shade at no Aquariuses, because baby, We don't, but Aquariuses, we don't call everybody our friend. I mean, I don't. I don't want to speak for all Aquariuses. I'm social, but I'm not friendly. If that makes sense. All the time.
Sagittarius.
She a Sag?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Sagittarius are a little mean. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They can mean. December 4th. That's when her birthday is.
Wait, yeah, December 4th. Wait, is that a Sag or is that a Scorpio?
Yeah, December is Sag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, not you. You don't look some stuff up, Anthony. Thank you.
Anthony.
Okay, but yeah, so I can kind of see that. So I can also see where Tyra ended up disassociating from a lot. What's your thoughts?
I just feel like, and I get it, a lot of people be like, you know, it doesn't matter the longevity, yada, 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 you know, a friendship can, you know, basically end, you know, any way they have it. But I feel, hold on, if we're going into order, I don't want to mention it now, but should we like talk about their?
You can.
Okay, cool. I feel like Tyra was kind of stuck so much on business that she no longer knew how to manage friendships. That's what I feel like. And it sucks because from what I see, J-Manuel, he seems like he was a good friend and he was in her corner rooting for her. Especially when what that little name? Sorry, Janice. I'm sorry. Janice being so disrespectful, being the person that she is, he was clapping back at her. Whenever she was trying to go tit for tat with Tyra, he was clapping back. And I'm like, that's how a friend should be. And I'm like, if you're at someone's house, you're going on vacations, you're in their bed, having sleepovers, you know, you're genuinely, you know, building this bond with this person, you're spending so much time for them to just to like cut you off as though you were nothing. Tyra, I can't get with you on that.
Yeah, but do you think there's some underlying issue between them that they're all not speaking on? Because that is kind of crazy to go from y'all spending the night collaborating, telling each other secrets to sorry to that man. I wouldn't know him if I seen him walk past me right now.
I feel like she really took it to heart when he wanted to leave the show the first time and left the show. Really,
why do you think she would feel some type of way about that? Like they did a lot of seasons together
because she's so business minded, and so she's on this track of I need to get season after season after season, and I need to go hard at each season. You know, bring out all these theatrics and whatnot, and you know, and she's with her core four, or was it? Yeah, they're the core four at this point. And she didn't have that no more. And it possibly would have made her look bad that somebody who has been, you know, with her, you know, since the beginning, now he's quitting, and it could possibly mess up her image. Because I do think Tyra tries to, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie, watching this documentary, her personality gave kind of maybe like oblivious, very like nonchalant, very like Life Size. I was thinking about her character in Life Size the entire time. Like, I was like, girl, are you human?
Right.
So, those are just my thoughts.
Yeah,
but I mean, there could be something underlining. I don't know, but from what I see, if you got three people all basically saying the same thing about how you are, and even people who, you know, with the models and everything saying, you know, your character, and you know, ain't really making it no better.
Whatever your name is, don't be talking about lay off the food. Your mama should have laid off your daddy. How about that? Okay, talking about you don't want to get crushed.
Oh my gosh.
Your mama shouldn't have been there with your daddy, because here we are having a imbecile like you in Uranus. Now,
you know what?
I'm sorry I had to call it out.
Full comment. I just was like, maybe I don't know, he was trying to maybe hear you or something because I knew you was eating. I'm like, I'm not equating that with that.
No,
See,
they was
you
trying to
know
be.
what?
No, they was trying to be
No,
funny.
real funny. Did you block him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
My bad. I didn't even cut you off.
No, you're good. No, it's okay. But I just feel like if you have so many people saying the same thing, then I don't know. I think you're the problem.
I can go for that. I'm not gonna lie. I can go for that. I can go for that. It's something that Tyra ain't saying, and it's something that they're not saying, as far as her team specifically. Because I don't see how you can go from this to, some happen. But anyway. Anyway, so let's move. Let's kind of jump back to the beginning. She gets her show together. She gets her team, her powerhouse team. And let's also, Nigel wasn't until I think the second season. I want to say as far as her panel goes, because remember she had Kimora Lee in season 1 as and I don't even think, did she have Janice? I don't think she had. I don't think she had Janice Dickinson the first season either. What's going on, Sassy?
No, she had another lady. I think she had like red hair or something. Hi, beautiful.
What's going on? Okay, thank you, Anthony. But yeah, so after she creates her powerhouse team of judges and her I want to say her production too, because she had to hire her team of producers and everything. After she does that, it's time to pick the girls. So we got season 1. We got people like Shannon, who was just the hometown. Shannon was so pretty. She was pretty then, and she still looks good now. Like, obviously, they've aged a little bit, but Shannon is so freaking gorgeous. And I loved her personality, and she was in the last 2, her and Adrian. Now, I'm not gonna lie. One thing people can say about Tyra, to me, what I learned from Tyra is that she allowed the world to see us or see them appreciate beauty from a different standard. Because phenotypically, as far as her features and far as society-wise, Adrian, the winner of season 1, she was not attractive. I'm saying, far as society-wise, that was not an attractive woman. To me, she was a little weird looking. But when you watch America's Next Top Model, they picked the weirdest looking people and was like, "Oh, you're beautiful." Even if we talk about Shandy, even though Shandy was kind of pretty, Shandy reminded me of Avril Lavigne a little bit.
I really loved Shandy.
Yeah, she reminded me of Avril Lavigne slightly, but think
about all the.
Let me see.
Adrian.
No, I do not have a picture of Adrian, and I was trying to get.
I'm so sorry. My bad.
Let me see if it'll let me. Let me see if I can find Adrian.
Because I actually think Adrian was pretty, but I do think her eyes, because they were that color, it made her, I guess, a little bit more appreciated in looks, where they thought that maybe she deserved to be top model, in a sense of this is what America wants. Because I still think she gives that.
Well, now that I'm looking at her, they done put some makeup on her. I'm looking at some pictures on Google. Yeah, how they used to have her looking, I thought she was very weird looking. Let me see if I can get a picture of her. See if it'll let me bring it up. Let me see. Let's see if it'll let me do it. Fingers crossed. Let me do it. Okay, bad. This is probably not the best picture, but this is a picture of her then and now. Adrian, to me, especially compared to Shannon, I thought Shannon was beautiful. Maybe not right there. Shannon look a little old. Maybe not right there, but let me see if I can find another picture of Shannon. But Shannon was so gorgeous. She gave me like
Shannon was gorgeous. She's like that swan. honestly.
Yeah.
She's that, I can't remember if she was Southern or not, but she's kind of like
Yeah.
that Southern belle.
Mhm.
Like
She
everybody
was.
likes her. Like
Let
her
me see if I have a
personality.
picture of Shannon.
Yeah. She's like the girl next door. I like
She
Shannon.
really was. She had this like certain look, but I also want to, while we're talking about Shannon, because there's a lot of talk about, oh, my career didn't take off and I didn't do anything. And what a lot of people need to realize, everyone is not going to win. Did everyone win America? Did everyone win American Idol? Do you know all the people that, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure the people at American Idol got stories to tell as well. Do we probably only know a good 5 out of how many seasons?
True, but you know what? I will say, with Takara's and oh
Eva?
my gosh, yes, Eva, and Yaya. She was on that season. Yeah.
Yep.
That season kind of reminded me of oh my gosh, American Idol, when Jennifer Hudson and Fantasia were both on the same season.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
And they both, although Fantasia won, Jennifer still won as well. She just won in other
ways.
Yeah. And it's same for that season. It's like, I don't want to say you either got it or you don't, but sometimes you have to pivot. If something isn't working for you, you have to find, you know, your next thing that's going to be able to push you in, maybe back into that direction if possible, especially if they only see you a certain way.
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense, but
no, it does. It definitely makes sense. And I think there's a lot of people not taking accountability for the direction of their career. And I don't know what can one woman do. Like, you know, she gave you the platform and it's up to you to network. And the same goes, if I can use YouTube as an example. For me, I can't blog YouTube and da-da-da-da. Like, this is what you make out of it. This is the platform. It's up to you to kind of like use it and take off, because like what you said, you had other people who did not win. Takara didn't win that season, nor did Yaya. They still found ways to make sure their name was known and do things outside of American Model. You said what happened?
I said they became actors.
They became actors. They did hosting gigs. I know Takara did a lot of BET adopted.
She did. I feel like she was gonna make her name known. Like, if you did not watch America's Next Top Model, you would have thought that she won, because her face was everywhere. Like, I don't know who her team was, but her management team. Hey, beautiful.
What's up, ladies? I talk. What's up?
Like, whoever her management was, they did her great. That's what I'm saying. It's all honestly about who is managing you. Because, okay, I'll even say, just kind of moving into the future of reality. You got Love Island, where Alandria didn't even win. She came in number 2.
But she's everywhere, though.
She's everywhere because she took her time and she built her team. And
this is coming from someone who didn't even watch it. And I know more about this girl than anybody else on the show. I know more about this girl than anybody on the show. And I didn't even watch Love Island. So that goes to show, when you have an opportunity, you got to take it and run with it. And I think a lot of people was doing a lot of pointing the finger and blaming. Oh, well, Tyra didn't. She's the maker of the show, but what did y'all want her to do? Hold y'all hand and walk y'all to every exec and walk y'all to every modeling agency? Like, I think that was a little bit unrealistic for the girls to think that.
But to feed off of that, for Danny. Yeah, we got to talk about Danny, because the fact that she said, when she, you know, spoke to Tyra, how Tyra knew how, you know, she was not winning, or she was not booking these jobs, and she could have helped that girl, and she chose not to.
I wish I was there to hear that conversation, because you know how everything isn't verbatim, word from
Yeah.
word. Um, and it could be me trying to take up for the villain, you know. I believe that conversation was not, oh, girl, I knew you weren't gonna make it. Like, I didn't take that from that. What I took from that was, I knew that this was gonna be hard, and no, I didn't do anything, and I'm sorry that I didn't do anything more. I wish there was more I could have done for you. But did she not have the same obstacles as Takara? Did she not have the same? Takara probably would have had even worse, because she was a plus size, a full figure woman. Did she not have? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I get what you're saying.
Shannon, she said Tyra sent her flowers.
Yeah.
And she said she got booked with a modeling agency. She got signed.
She did.
She was the runner-up. I've seen more of Shannon than I've seen Adrian.
But also, let's talk about the fact that my dear sweetheart, she is white.
Okay, cool. But come on? But wait a minute now. Wait a minute. What's my girl? What's my girl? Not Slick Woods, but with all the vitiligo.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why can't I think of her name right now? Oh my goodness. She's so bad. Like, oh.
But she wasn't a winner either.
She wasn't, but she honestly was just an it girl.
She was meant to be
she was meant to be, and
Winnie Harlow.
Yes.
That's why I can't take the excuse. I cannot.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I've named about 5-6 people, and again, everyone isn't going to win. I'm giving you names of runner-ups, people who did not win and they still had a successful time, which goes to show, why did they not interview these people? And even if you do go back into the documentary, before they got into the dark stuff that happened, a lot of them revealed that they did have a good opportunity. I listened to each and every, even Shandy. She did a lot of kikiing and laughing in the beginning of that doggone documentary. Not to belittle her situation. I understand her situation, which is a sticky situation we will get into, but I just wanted to say and go on record, we're not going to dismiss the platform and the opportunity, okay? There's no guarantee that you are going to be a winner, but there is a guarantee that, hey, you at least have exposure. And I know, and you're an actor, right? Actress.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm pretty sure you know all about when you sign up to do certain gigs, it may be, hey, this is just exposure. No one's guaranteeing that you are going to be a world-renowned actress. No one guarantees you that.
You're right. Because honestly, in our world, every opportunity is an opportunity. Whether it's an opportunity to meet other people, to network, and to maybe, do other projects with those people. It's all about connecting. Or if it's an opportunity to actually make it big. But honestly, if making it big is your goal as an actress, or an actor, I tell you, switch up your thinking. You got to be in it for the art, baby.
Exactly.
But that's a whole nother different conversation for a whole nother different day.
But my people on here on YouTube know the same thing. We say this all the time. Sometimes you really have to be in it for the art of. You can't even, oh, well, I'm not getting recognition that I want. You have to, it's just, sometimes you just gotta be in it for the love of. And I agree with Ladies of I Talk. She said so many of the show. So many on the show didn't even know there was a documentary. Exactly. People said she wasn't. No one called her.
Who?
Eva.
Oh.
Takara did too. I seen she did a separate interview, and Takara was like, "Were we on the same show?" She's like, "Cause I was like Yaya as well." And I think Yaya had a little. She had a little rift with Tyra too, but Yara, she got older. I just seen something of her too. I went back. I caught like their own separate interviews that they had, She has a good relationship with Tyra. Shannon, the lady right here on this screen right here, she said she had a good relationship with Tyra too. So it's only certain people that what I think, there are situations to where, yes, it may have been wrong, but you are aware, like, oh, dang, that probably was wrong, but hey, you live and you learn. And then you have some people who look at things and say, that was wrong, I'm a victim now. That's just my thought process. Like what we said, no tea, no shade.
No tea, no shade.
Is a lot of people, once they realize that something is wrong, then they become a victim of their circumstances versus saying, okay, hey, this might have been wrong, but you live and you learn and we move on. And I think you had a few people, honestly, I think it was just Shandy. Even when they I'm the only person, and I know we jumping all over the place. The only person who I'm not gonna lie, I kind of felt her story was Kenya. Remember when she Bertini, the African dude who was dancing on her and moaning on her. I felt her because she was very vocal at that time that, hey, I feel uncomfortable. And I did not like, that's why I can't give Jay Manuel a pass either. Because he was on the set. It was like, well, we're here. Girl, sorry about it. You need to take these photos. We don't have time. Don't be stopping our photo shoot like that. I don't give him a pass. Oh, he was just so sweet. He was with the BS too. And on top of that, he was helping Tyra collab with some of these crazy outlandish ideas.
Okay, when we're talking about outlandish, he did not agree when they did the race swap.
No. Listen.
You could see. I don't see the discomfort. Like you're put in this position, like, dang, I gotta do it now, and I gotta like fake it, like, oh, I'm.
But don't you think he's like that on the majority of the things that the women don't want to do? I feel like he milked that a little bit. He milked that, like, you can see in my face, I was uncomfortable. I think it's a nervousness when anytime you gotta tell women that they gotta do something that you're pretty sure 9 out of 10 they're not gonna like the cockroach thing, like when they had to jump off a building, when they had to, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's like an uncomfortable thing. I don't care what nobody says. He don't get no pass to me. I understand. I understand. Miss J as well. I totally get it. With his circumstance as well, with him having that stroke and being in a wheelchair and, can't walk anymore. He don't get a pass either because when he was on that show, he was being shady to those girls as well, saying like the whole thing with Danny. Oh, well, you just left the gap wide open for another lady because she didn't want to get her gap closed. I don't know. I don't like the fact that a lot of people got the tiny violins out for them, but they want to have all of this at Tyra. No, it's like, no, none of them took accountability, and all of y'all was aware of what was going on. And at the time, y'all knew that, hey, we're gonna have to do certain things because, to make the ratings go up, which I'm not mad at. It's just accountability for it.
You know who did take accountability? I think Nigel.
Nigel did. I will give Nigel. He's probably the only person who took accountability.
You get a pass. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll ease up off Nigel. He was the only person that was like, ooh, now that I'm looking back at that, yeah, maybe we did some things wrong. Mm-hmm. But the 2 J's,
you get all the strays.
You get what's going on, Sheldon. I just want to shout you out. Thank you. Documentary on what? The documentary on America's Next Top Model, not Real Housewives of Atlanta. But maybe I'll watch the new season. I heard they got a new season of Real Housewives, and K. Michelle is gonna be on that. So if that's something that you into, Lil Penny, I might review that show. Let me see. No passes for elderly monsters.
Elderly monsters.
Not elderly monsters. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
What's going on? Unite with Hearts of Integrity. Hi. Greetings. Welcome to my live stream. We're just discussing the documentary that's on Netflix talking about America's Next Top Model. I appreciate you for being here. But yeah, we done kind of hopped all over the place, but I just want to touch on season one. There wasn't really too many things besides Giselle, if you wanted to get into that and the representation of she wanted to have was she Latino? What was her ethnicity? I think she was Latino, and how she fought for her to be on the show. So there was moments where Tyra did fight for those girls on certain things, but there was also an assignment that she had to do to fulfill those rating needs. So she was gonna stir the pot a little bit.
But nah, she'll get no pass either. You wanna know why?
Okay.
Because when it came to my girl Ebony,
okay,
she was
she
like,
called her Ashy.
Can you like when you're doing your moisturizer, your whatever you're doing, can you make sure you just like wipe up all the knobs? Like
you talking about Giselle?
No,
Giselle did that to her.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I thought.
Oh yeah, she didn't get no pass to me either because I feel like she wanted sympathy and I couldn't give her that. Because your career didn't take off and she felt some type of way that there was remarks about her having a wide butt. Girl, people like their booties. Hush.
Personally, I didn't think her butt was wide.
That she had a wide booty.
Personally, I didn't think her butt was wide.
It
wasn't wide.
Very average size butt. Like, girl, calm down. Your butt was not that big. Chill out.
I don't even know why they said her butt was
I don't even know why. Well, I think they did in comparison to average models. Average models are super stick. They're not super bootylicious like that. But neither was Giselle either. But I think they had to sell a story, and that's what a lot of people didn't. And I get it. They were young. Ebony made mention of she had just got out of high school 3 or 4 years ago before she started the show. So Ebony had to be like around 2021. So that's still very young. And then Giselle, she was 18. They were all young. So, you know, back then their frontal lobe wasn't developed. So they didn't really know how to discern certain things where, hey, okay, this is for a reality show. You know, we gotta, you know, I can't take certain things to heart.
And so because of that, do you think America's Next Top Model as a whole preyed on them?
I know. Well, hold on. Wait a minute. No, I'm going to say season 1. No, I think everything was genuine, but they knew at certain moments they had to get the things going. I don't think Tyra did. Can you say production and the powers to be that was, you know, that was over everybody, even including Tyra? I think yes, because that's what sells. Y'all got to think about it. If they didn't have those certain moments in the TV show, it would have been boring. You wouldn't have too much cared. You have to have those little moments in there to make the show interesting. You can't be like, oh, today we're gonna take. I mean, to be honest, the pictures and the ideas for the pictures was definitely my highlight and a lot of people's highlight.
Yeah,
you gotta add those storylines and that extra drama in there to make it interesting as well.
Speaking of storyline and making those pictures interesting. Oh, what's her name? Oh my goodness. She was so beautiful.
Dion?
Huh?
Dion. With her mom. Mm-hmm.
I thought that, and I want to talk about 2 moments that were very disrespectful for Tyra.
Mm-hmm.
So that moment with them knowing that information and them using that information to therefore, I'm sorry, that image just. Oh my goodness.
No, Anthony, to answer your question, not really. They was not arguing and carrying on. And that's why I don't think the outrage that they have for Tyra is necessary. But yeah.
Hold on now. Okay, let's talk about it. So them, first of all, it's like y'all could have gave her any other type of situation to be in to sell, you know, what it is that you were selling at that point. But to use that, this ain't acting. And even with that, I don't oftentimes recommend method, but using that as like a force to like, okay, let's drive this. Let's really sell this show. I do think sometimes they went too far. Even with Shandy's case. Am I saying her name right?
Yep, Shandy.
Yep, Shandy. For me, from what I got with Shandy, she was taken advantage of. That's what I got, because if you are so drunk that you are, you done blacked out, there's no way you could have consented to the situation that was happening. And for Tyra to be so
dismissive,
very, and then even to like, I'm sure she had to watch that back or something, but to bring her on her show, to shove that back in her face numerous times and to make it a situation that it wasn't. I didn't like Tyra for that.
I'm going to say Tyra, I don't think that was malicious. I think Tyra was just tone deaf to that situation. I don't think it was like I'm out to make you feel any type of way. I think, like I said, Tyra disassociated because her focus was ratings, my show, how can we make it big, how can we sell a story, to the fact that she unintentionally dismissed Shandy's feelings. But what I do want to talk about though is where's the accountability? I don't care how much I drink. And I understand drinking can can cloud your judgment. I understand that. Did Tyra Banks tell these girls to drink alcohol and get in a hot tub with guys? Yes or no? It's a yes or no question.
No.
There is nuance, but yes or no to this question.
No, Corey.
Thank you. So what I do want to say is, yes, there could be moments to where, hey, if you are completely drunk, I get that. Shandy was not passed out and a guy was on top of her taking advantage of her and her body was limp.
Yes, she was.
No, not. The directors didn't. They verbatim said, hey, she got in the hot tub. She got in the shower. Even Shandy said it herself.
Yeah, she said she was sitting on the floor.
She said it was kind of a blur. She said we went from the hot tub, then we also went to the shower.
Where she was sitting down on the floor.
She was on the bed.
In the shower.
Oh, in the shower. Okay.
That's just how drunk she was. And then she was like, she literally said she blacked out. She was like, she didn't even feel. She's like, she knew it was happening, but she didn't feel. She was coherent. You cannot tell me that a drunk woman is giving consent for this man to keep boom, 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 boom. No.
Hold on, wait a minute now. My thing is, and I understand this is a very sticky situation. I don't want anyone to think I'm dismissing anybody like that's passed out drunk and someone's taking advantage of them. I don't want nobody to think that. But what I'm asking is, where's the outrage for your roommates, for the women who were in the house with you? You mean to tell me they all was in this house and watched a guy take advantage of you?
Maybe they were with the other guy.
Add some context to that, because what I don't like either.
Okay.
To me, I think it's more so embarrassment because it was played out on live television, and also the fact that your boyfriend had to find out. I think a lot of that is mixed in with it as well. I do not foresee, because that would be a liability. Where's the lawsuits at? They're not finna sit up here and watch a man take advantage of you while you passed out drunk. Now, you just being drunk, having drunk sex, that's one thing, versus
that is one thing.
Passed out, your body's limp. How would they know that you have reached your limit if they see you moving around with this guy? All they know for them, just, I'm playing devil's advocate.
Okay.
In their defense, They see you moving around. I don't know exactly that you're drunk or you're. I don't think that they saw this woman passed out limp and the guy's just on top of her humping her. That's not even what the camera showed. And even they,
well, the camera can't show everything. That's
I was
what
just gonna get
editors
into
are
it.
for.
Even they said they were doing a lot that they did not put in the documentary for the simple fact of during that time Janet Jackson, the Super Bowl happened, so there was a lot of things that they had to kind of like ease up on when it came down to that.
But imagine them literally editing it so that way, you know, what took place is shown. You know how like much backlash they would have got?
Yeah,
they're not finna show that.
I agree
They're
with
gonna
that.
cover themselves. I'm sorry. I gotta be with Shandy on this. You with Shandy on this.
Yeah, like I'm saying, I think that based upon what was shown, because we can only go based upon that. We can't go based upon what was not shown. If you go based upon what's right in front of you, you can't add nothing to it and you can't assume anything else happened. Besides, hey, you drunk too much and you had sex with a guy. Could a little bit of that be him taking advantage of you knowing that you were drunk? Yeah, or both of y'all could have just been drunk. To the producers and to everybody in that household, don't you think it's kind of crazy that they would sit up there and watch her be taken advantage of?
The what them people call the crew? Yes, I do believe it because there are a lot of things. They're at the end of the day, their job is to keep rolling, no matter what happens. If somebody's dying, somebody's getting robbed.
Unalive.
What? Oh, unalive.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It was fake. Oh, you know I don't know nothing about this stuff. But their job is to keep rolling. So they have a job to do. So they're gonna do their job no matter what is happening. Now, it could be that her friends were, you know, actually coherent enough to be actively in the other room. So maybe they were not in the other room with her while she was, you know, that whole situation was happening.
Child, it was other beds in there, child. It was too many of them for them to have their own room. It was other beds in there.
I think it was like two in her room.
Correct. So what I'm saying is I don't want to dismiss the fact if she was actually taken advantage of. We don't want to dismiss that, but there has to be some accountability for the fact that you had 2 bottles of alcohol and no one told you to get in a hot tub with them. It could have stopped right. It could have not even went to that.
Mm-hmm.
You know I get it. Everyone's having fun. You know, realistically, why would you be the only one not getting in a hot tub?
Mm-hmm.
But we're the only one who had a boyfriend. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So there has to be some type of, hey, I know I haven't eaten all day. It's not wise for me to have 2 bottles of alcohol. But you know, stuff happens. We all do it. We all have our little moments where we do something.
What that one girl said, she said we were all filled up on Coke and cigarettes. I think that's what she said.
Who said that?
one of them, she didn't get an interview, but she was like, listen, we didn't eat.
Oh my God.
She was like, and as she was smoking her cigarette, she was like,
She was a model, top model?
Yes.
What the heck? That's hilarious.
Yeah. I think she had a short haircut, if I'm not mistaken. But she was like, listen, we just on Coke, I think Coca-Cola or something like that, and cigarettes.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
And that lifestyle will have you have eating disorders. Other people say they have eating disorders. It will have you to, you know, just have a horrible probably schedule, getting up early in the morning, doing photo shoots, putting your body under a lot of duress, you know? Hi, not cigarettes. Hi, Andre. Thank you for coming in. We're discussing America's Next Top Model in the documentary that was on Netflix. But yeah, I get that. I understand. But I think my point that I'm trying to make with Shandy's situation, and you do have to tread lightly because anybody who's been taken advantage of, especially while they're, you know, drunk or not coherent, that's something you shouldn't just gloss over the way Tyra did. That's not
She glossed.
But I also think too, because it's a sticky situation, she does not want to give it a statement at all.
Yeah, like even this picture. Oh wait, yeah, we can see your backdrop.
Yeah, hold on. You mean
this picture? Tyra,
Tyra's like, yeah, she got that little fake little smile going on, child.
you
Like,
know, you know
yeah.
what kind of smile she got?
What?
When black people into the room.
Yeah, she is. But she did that with a lot of situations. When they asked her about her friendship with Jay, she said she didn't want to discuss it. She should probably call him, but you know she ain't gonna call him.
She not gonna call. She didn't even see Miss J in the hospital. She sent the text and she did not follow up.
Why do you think she has just totally? That's why I say it has to be something underlining with their relationship that she felt like she wanted to distance herself from them. It had to be something.
It's like, because even with the whole firing all three of them,
yeah,
why she couldn't just have a conversation of, before it even got out, hey, this is, if these are your friends, so maybe, you know, feeding into the fact that maybe it was something else. But like, if these are your friends who've been with you this whole time, you couldn't give them the common courtesy to say, hey, the big guy, he done, you know, told me this, and we're no longer going in this direction. So I'm gonna have to give y'all the, you know.
Why do you think that was something that she didn't discuss with them? Because she said no matter how many times she told them, they didn't want to believe that it was from higher up. Because she said that.
I thought she said even if she told them, they would still believe that it came from her and Ken.
So why was that left out? Why was that like?
Matter of fact, where is the big dude? Like, is he unalived?
Who, the guy over Viacom? No, he didn't take over UPN. He's just one of those big wigs over all of the reality shows. He's he was noted as the most powerful man in Hollywood. You know.
Okay.
Let me see. I think I have his
Cause with a conversation like that, she should have recorded it.
I mean, but it goes to show where her friendship was with him, with them. He was over the parent company of UPN, which was CBS.
Okay.
And his name is Les Moonves. Yeah, Les. So he's like the big wig of the big wigs of the big wigs. But yeah, so I don't know why she purposely left that information out when it came to him. I do want to talk about another person though too. What's her name? Joni and Danny, when they both had to go to the gym.
Yes.
Now it worked out for Joni a little bit. She said she still have a little bit of issues with biting down and stuff like that, but she needed her teeth fixed. That little tooth on the side. So I think
she did, but she also got a lot of other problems.
Yeah, that's what I said. She still have a little bit of problems, but she also mentioned as well that it worked out for her. That's why I'm like, it was a lot of contradictory in those interviews. But what I wanted to say that was kind of messed up, she was 18 as well, and she said she had to do it on the spot. I don't like how they rushed them into that
without either,
consulting with their parents or thinking about, giving them a moment to even think about, like, okay, hold on, do I really want to do this? Do I want to do it right now? I don't like that part. I feel like that was unnecessary for them.
Unnecessary.
Especially for Joni, who didn't even win. Danny, yeah, but I don't think that helped or hurt her career at all with her closing her gap.
True. It's like, and then it would have even been messed. It would. Oh my gosh, words are hard. It would have been more messed up if she didn't win and she had to close her gap.
Yeah, that would have been horrible. But then you also have Slick Woods, who was on like maybe a season or two after her, and Tyra wanted her to keep her gap. And Slick
No, she
Woods,
said she wanted extra wide.
oh yeah, extra wide, which is crazy.
Crazy. I think Tyra was very hypocritical in a lot of
She
things.
was. I would say that. I would give Tyra that. She was
because even when it came to like the plus size models, or if a skinny model was getting a little big, how do you set up this platform where you want to fight against what has been, kind of given and displayed on TV about what modeling actually is, you know what I'm saying? But you're kind of, in a sense, bullying these women. And then also, sorry, your eyes, I feel like your mind is twirling as I say this, but
girl, no, I'm listening.
But I just feel like she didn't necessarily do a lot of women any favors.
What was expected of Tyra, and what was actually told to them?
Well, for some people, whoever won, they were supposed to get this big old contract.
They did.
That didn't necessarily work out for them.
They got the contract.
Okay, they got the contract, but this contract was supposed to set them up.
In their contract, did it say Tyra was going to hold their hands? No. You win X amount of whatever dollars, and you also get a contract with Wilhelmina and something else. Not in that contract did it say you was going to get mentored by Tyra Banks. Mentorship would have been nice. I'm not saying that mentorship would have definitely been nice. This lady is running a daggone empire. She don't have time to hold every winner's hand. I'm sorry. I just feel like people have to be realistic about that. And I'm tired of the overcorrecting on, Tyra is supposed to do this. Like, obviously, y'all don't know nothing about showbiz. Y'all obviously don't know nothing about reality TV show. Like I said, if that's the case, everybody's gonna have a story. Don't single Tyra out. Single out the judges on American Idol. What about all the runner-ups and the people who didn't make it on there? Single out all the people on these other reality TV shows where there's supposed to be a prize at the end. It's up to you. And,
I get that.
And what I will say when it comes down to Danny's situation specifically, what I will agree on specifically is the gap closing. I felt like even before Danny, there was supermodels that had gaps. It's not like Danny was the first one and she had to get it closed. I didn't think that was necessary. Or let the girl win, and then if other agencies say, hey, she need her gap closed, then that time she can make that decision.
Yes.
But I think Tyra wanted to play into that storyline so bad, like, okay, we got to have something. Because even Danny said before she got on the show, which is my bone to pick with Danny, she knew that the show was fake. She said her brother told her and influenced her to go onto the show. She's like, I'm not going on that show. It's fake modeling. But that was a chance to get out of, was it Kansas?
Arkansas.
Arkansas? So you came in knowing, and you said there was a moment in the show where they came back from the dentist and Tyra was like, I thought I told you to get your gap closed. And then she was looking at her crazy like, we didn't discuss that. Like, what the heck? She said at that moment she knew, okay, hey, this is for the ratings. So your grievances against the show and Tyra, it just doesn't match to me.
Okay. I do think when that scene was happening, that when she was given that opportunity to basically go home, I do think she should have took that opportunity to go.
I agree. You know what? I agree with you right then and there, because now you're compromising yourself and then get mad at Tyra because you decide to compromise yourself. In life, there is choices.
You're right. So she had to, deal with those choices afterwards.
Yep.
So then it becomes your problem and not Tyra's.
I'm just saying, you said it. I
was just, Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Basically, yeah.
you get it like at that moment. And I said that's funny that you said that because I said the same thing too. I was like, if you knew that, but she said so herself. She was like, but she knew that was her way out of Arkansas.
Yeah.
She knew that was her way out. So you decided to compromise yourself, and therefore.
And I do think, honestly, if she would have went home and then just came to New York as someone who was, kind of starting up, I do think she would have gotten more opportunities than she did when she won.
Now, somebody else online gave that argument.
Really?
Yeah, not necessarily with Danny, but like, oh, if they didn't go on the show, they probably would have been much further. And I'm like, I don't agree with that. I think the show gave these women their stepping stone. We wouldn't have known none of these women.
True.
I don't 100% agree with that. And I understand in Danny's situation, they didn't want to take her serious because reality stars was frowned upon. Now, in today's age, people love reality stars, and I don't like how they didn't take that and run with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, back then I probably couldn't have gotten nowhere because people don't like reality stars, but now's the time that reality stars are basically celebrities. Like, they are huge. Think about all the people whose careers have grown off of Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah.
They were regular people. They wasn't considered a celebrity, but
Love and hip hop.
Cardi
B.
A Cardi, you get what I'm saying? So it's like they didn't roll with today's time. Roll with today's time. They're like, oh, I'm finna sit here and I'm finna just victimize myself. And I'm like, that's the only thing I don't like about it. And I'm finna point the finger at Tyra for my life and my career not taking off. I don't think that part is fair. Did Tyra have a lot to play in traumatizing some of those young women? Yes. I with that. But in hindsight, I thought oh, Sassy, you still up here? Yeah. In hindsight, I thought that Tyra was just preparing them for the real world because that's what
I didn't see that.
And I don't want to say in like a hazing type way. You know how like college they'll haze somebody because they were hazed, and that's kind of like a tradition thing. I think she just wanted to like
whip them into shape, basically.
Whip them into shape, like
them, kind of give them that training that she got to be where she is.
And no matter how harsh it was, I think it's like, hey, this is the modeling industry. This is what I had to go through. What I'm telling you, this the same thing they're gonna tell you when you go out there in the real world. If you really want to be a model, hey, your gap too big. Hey, you too ashy, or hey, you da 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 da.
Now that ashy comment that was wrong.
That was low. I ain't gonna lie, that was low. That was a little low. Yeah,
because she could have corrected that. She could, if she knew that's what they were saying. First of all, she could have corrected them, and then you don't tell this to this girl. You're black, Tyra. You're black.
And I didn't. One thing I didn't like too. I'm like, how you gonna let them f up Ebony head like that? The fact that she had 3 ball spots, and they were that part I didn't like, and they overheard talking. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Can I write my name and can you write these names?
Yeah, that was messed up. I did not like that. I did not like that at all. But you know what?
What's up?
Even though that Ashley comment was low, they probably would have heard that in the real world. I'm not gonna lie. They would have heard probably worse.
But why should they have heard it from Tyra, who again set up this platform the way she did and the way she advertised it to be? I feel as though I would have honestly expected that from if it was a white lady having this platform, for her to say that versus Tyra. I just think, there are just certain things.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely correct. And Ebony was very beautiful too. Still is. She looks the exact same.
Can we talk about all of them? How they
they were.
Oh.
Let me see if I can pull up a picture of Ebony then and now. Let me see.
Because first of all, also, how do you set 2 things? Ooh, I'm remembering everything. How do you, one, set up this platform for these models and you don't have people who look like the women in your chair to do their hair.
This was season 1, though. I'm going to give Tyra a break because it's season 1. Yes, she could have, but she could have got some other people. But I think Tyra was more so focused on, like I said, ratings and other stuff.
Okay, so then 2, once we get a little further along in the season, how do you have women who are plus size, aka curvy, because they were not plus size, sorry.
Yeah.
And you don't have clothes for them.
Because that's how it is going to be in the model. Think about right now. Think about us shopping for us. Do you know when we used to go in the mall, there was rarely clothes for us? Now we're starting to have, because that's how it was back then. So I'm not going to agree with you on as far as the size. Maybe with the hair, she could have, as seasons went on, made sure they had black women to do black women hair. But that's how it is going to be in the real world. They're not going to.
It could have been an educational moment where it say, "Hey, I'm just letting you know, there may not be clothes for you out there in the real world."
That was understood. Takara said she understood that. She said she did modeling before she got on America's Next Top Model. She understood that. That was the lesson that they were going to learn while they were on that show. And if you still are passionate about being a top model, then you'll know, okay, now that I'm off the show, I've learned from the show that, hey, they ain't gonna have clothes my size, but when I go out in this real world. I don't know.
She did say, do you want to be on top?
But no, she's had talks with it. If you, I don't know, I watched some separate interviews with Takara.
Okay.
That's just something that I think as a plus size model, you should already know. That's something. You got to think about it. Maybe within the last 6 years, it has been a little bit easier to shop for us.
And you know what? I'm sorry. I know how everybody feel about Shein. But Shein, aka Shein, whatever you want to call it, she had the clothes for the plus size girlies because everybody else wanted us to look like old women.
Yeah, they did.
No style.
Mm-hmm. Lane Bryant.
Torrid.
Oh my God.
$100 for a doggone old lady top. Are you kidding me?
Right? They had us at 14 looking like 30 and 40 years old women. I'm like, I don't want to wear this. And I'm sorry. I can't help that I'm top heavy. And now I gotta wear a little peplum shirt and look like I'm gonna go to church when I just want a regular cute little shirt. What's going on, Cheese? How are you?
Hey.
Behavior Finance HQ. What's up? Thank you.
Thank you.
What is the BBW? Because who you calling BBW? I don't know.
I like girls BBW. I don't know
if I don't want to be called a BBW. I don't know why.
You know that is a corn term.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about that Behavior Finance HQ. I don't know if I take that as an endearing thing. Just tapped in. Thank you, Keys.
But yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like there's such this battle with like smaller women in fashion and plus size women in fashion. And so it's either one, I know this is just a little sidebar. It's either one, you're getting all this hate for wearing Shein clothes or Shein, but sorry, we ain't had no style. And if we wanted some type of style or some flavor or clothes that we can actually wear outside in public, then Shein was the go-to. Or Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon is my go-to for real. Only thing with Amazon, the only reason why I like it is because I can get it sooner, but more than likely I would do Shein. Shein, they've gotten a little bit better, but in the beginning, the way their clothes fit would be the worst for plus size. Would be the absolute worst for plus size.
You had to look at them comments. back in the day. If you didn't read them comments.
You did.
Who's gonna be up there?
Oh no, you good, love. You good. I was just saying, me personally, I don't like to be called BBW. I don't know. Because most of the time, there's this stigma behind a BBW that just, it's almost like saying, "Oh, you're pretty for a big girl," or "Oh, you're pretty
Yes.
for a black girl." So that's what comes. But I know you didn't mean no harm in it. I love plus size women. Is that better? No, because I don't want to be boxed in. You get what I'm saying? Just say you specifically, you as an individual are pretty. You get what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
You don't have to have no other context around it. Who is Wawa, your sister? Child, she wish she was my
Because
sister.
we are sister. She wish. You know what? I'm over here about to say we are sister. Hey, she wish.
Girl, Behavior HQ, that's my bestie.
That
I will have just said both beautiful. That's it. Yeah, Sheldon. You know.
Training crew.
What's the topic? I just found it. So, Tease, me and my bestie are talking about the America's Next Top Model documentary. Everyone's kind of giving Tyra Banks a little. They're jumping on this. They're dogpiling on Tyra Banks and giving her this hate for some of the models' careers not taking off and some of the antics that she did while she was on the show. I'm not sure if you ever watched that TV show, America's Next Top Model, but that's kind of been the topic of discussion lately. Oh, okay. What y'all talking about? Oh, yeah, the same. Just Tyra Banks. I don't know if you ever watched that show before, but America's Next Top Model. It's a lot of controversy going around that show. And one thing I forgot to mention as well in the beginning of this live stream, Tyra said it was all good until 2020 happened, and everybody was sitting at home watching reruns. If it went for 2020, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation right now because people went back and started overly analyzing this show. Like, you didn't need to overanalyze it. You can't go back.
For some things, they had their reasons.
Yeah, okay. I haven't kept up with that because this was it was over 20 years ago. I mean, that's how I feel about it. But the younger generation, when they see something, they don't let up. They gotta point everything out. I watched it. I remember that show. Yeah. So, did you watch the documentary though, Tease? It's like people need to let it go.
Let it go.
Again, Tyra was doing a lot of crazy things, but at the same time, that's just how the industry was, especially the modeling industry. Maybe not on the level that Tyra Banks was doing it, but some of her antics, as far as the photo shoots and stuff they had to do. But Tyra mentioned even when she used to have to do photo shoots, one girl ended up getting hypothermia because they had to be in this cold pool. Tyra Banks, she had to go in the cold water too when she was a model. They had to do a lot of strenuous things to their bodies when it came down to, certain photo shoots. Do I have a YouTube channel too? No, she doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she has a TikTok and a Threads account, and she is an actress as well. That's how Eva got popular. I think that's her name. Yes, exactly. She got popular on America's Next Top Model season 3. That's crazy. That the things they had to go through. Exactly. It was, but you gotta think. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. I thought you've been here before though. Behavior Finance. This your first time. This is not your first time being here. But thank you for subbing. But yeah, it ain't no crazier than imagine the modeling world when the cameras aren't around. And a lot of them ended up being drugged up and cooked up and and been through some real things for real. So this show ain't even probably showed a half of what they what really go on in the modeling industry.
Let's talk about it. No, I'm kidding.
Behavior HQ said he needs to get listen, everybody been telling her she need to get her YouTube. So
I'm very detached from the social media world. I'm not even gonna lie.
Except for when she be sending me 100 threads a day.
Not threads. I'm sorry. I love me some threads. Y'all.
And you be sending me stuff on IG too.
Whenever I need a good recipe, and then I'll see something, I'll be like, oh, let me send this, and then I get off.
Mm-hmm. But we kind of done skipped and hopped. We mentioned Dion a little bit, but we didn't get fully into her. But I feel like that was kind of messed up too. What Tyra would basically do is get to know them and all of their fears and then use it against them by making them do a photo shoot. Now, if I can come to Tyra's defense, I see how.
What?
Wait a minute.
What?
I see how people think that is messed up. I think, like what you said, Tyra is really like her character on the movie Life Size. Like out of touch. I think she was out of touch. And I think she was more so looking at, oh, this will be good. Like, okay, think about when, even though it's crazy, for her to create a photo shoot of somebody getting, or you acting as if you just got, shot or unalive, knowing that that's something that someone was traumatized by is kind of a little messed up. But I think in Tyra's head, she was thinking, oh, this is creative, not to traumatize the women, but this is creative far as like, oh, let's use this and make them overcome their fears.
Nah. Because if you use my essay trauma and we was going to have to fight.
Wanna be on top, okay? My bad. But you said if she used one of your fears against you and made you.
Well, I was talking about like my little essay. If she used that and I like put that in my application, first of all, I wouldn't put everything in my application. That's just me. If I'm doing a reality show, I'm not putting everything there. Right. You're not gonna know everything about me because you're not gonna use it against me. And that's what she did. She used it against you.
I don't know if I can 100% agree with that behavior finance HQ because the Top Model franchise is her idea. Now I'm pretty sure she might have sold the rights maybe later on down the road. It wasn't to where she didn't have like no control at all. She had control to a certain extent. I don't think like her producers are making her like they're the puppeteers and she's the puppet. Like, I think it was a 50-50 thing, but I do think the producers may have had final say, but she had more control than.
I think she had like 80% control.
I would say up until a certain season. So I'll give her maybe the first 5 seasons because again, America's Next Top Model was her idea. Mm-hmm. It's not like someone said, oh, hey, we think you'll be a great host for this show. This her stuff. I don't know what the contract said, but I think maybe for the first 5 seasons, all Tyra.
And then when they snatched her out and swapped in Rita Ora.
I don't know why they did that because I definitely wasn't watching then. I was like, I'm not watching this show. Like I said, by season 12, that was it. By season 12, I done tapped that.
I lost the plot. Then before they had switched her out, she coming in with all these theatrics. Ain't nobody finna watch that.
Yeah, I think by then too, reality show had evolved. I moved on. I started watching Project Runway at a certain point in time. Then I was watching, other stuff. I was watching College Hill, child.
Ooh, College Hill.
I was watching College Hill and Baldwin Hills and all the other hills. By then, like
Laguna, is it Laguna?
Laguna Beach. I was watching Laguna Beach, baby. Okay, on MTV. I think I outgrew America's Next Top Model by season 12.
I think we all did, honestly. It didn't give what it used to.
It didn't. I was like, okay. And then to be honest, the best season to me will always be season 3 with Eva, Yaya, and Sakara. After that, I didn't really have too much of a favorite because all the women looked weird. I'm sorry. I know Tyra was good at picking the beauty in certain weird looking people, but I was like, but season 3, all the women looked beautiful. I was like, oh my God, like, okay, like I want her to win. Like it was a competition was hard. Them other ones, I was like, how did they get in the final 3? She looked weird. Like,
who also? My bad. You know who also was on the show who I did not know, but she was like, she came on later in the road. Mm-hmm. Raven's first, I don't think she was her first girlfriend, but she was her. They grew up together and then they started dating. I can't remember her name, but she has this low haircut.
The little boy
girl for a long time before she got with her wife. I was like,
Yeah.
oh dang, like a lot of people was on this show.
That's
I
what
ain't gonna lie,
you can't say
Tyra
Tyra
put
did
them on the
absolutely
map.
nothing for y'all.
He put them on the map.
That's what I'm saying. They can't say Tyra did. Oh, Tyra did nothing for these women. Yes, she did. She gave them a platform, and it was up to them to figure out how to navigate that and to become more than what they were. Winnie Harlow is the big. She one of the biggest. Stop playing with Tyra.
She is just tea.
Like,
she's
Winnie Harlow is one of the biggest. And Eva Pigford, and I know Eva was the one. Like, these are some powerhouse people, and America's Next Top Model produced a lot of these women. Stop playing with Tyra like she did nothing for nobody. I don't like that. I don't like that part of the conversation. I don't like to hear that because I feel like y'all would just be outright lying. Y'all just be outright lying saying Tyra did absolutely nothing. I don't think that's true. My personal opinion.
Listen, I ain't got no say on that.
Okay,
I'm with you when you're right.
Yeah, no. How do you feel about now? Another effed up thing with Ebony, which I don't think she too much cared, but why did the first thing they asked her about was her relationship with her girlfriend or her coming out. It's like, I didn't know she was ready to discuss that. Like, hello.
I think because she was served that platform, she had to just own up to it. Yeah. Now, she did say, all right, cool, if I'm gonna be outed, cool, this is what it is. I would, I want to be, that model, that role model for people who are, like me. And so, but I feel like Tyra could have had a separate conversation, like, hey, we know you like women.
Like off camera. Like,
how do you feel about us, putting that on TV? Because again, in those times, it was more dangerous for, a queer person to be outed. Then they go back to their regular homes, especially if they haven't made it. They go back to their regular community. It's like, what if their parents didn't know? What if, listen, subject to violence in any capacity when you are a part of that community. So I feel like she could have brought her to the side, say, hey, can we discuss this? It would have been a more appropriate thing to do. And I feel like she wasn't always disassociated, I would say. Yeah.
That's what I said. I really think Tyra is, I don't know, maybe people would feel like if they watched the playback to this, I'm giving Tyra a lot of excuses. But I don't know. I tend to always agree with the opposing side. The villains, if you will, and it's not really agree. I don't like to dogpile just because everybody else is saying. I like to dig a little bit deeper. I like to dang near psychoanalyze people. Like, okay, well, maybe she's this, maybe she's that. Okay,
maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline, child. I can hold on. Let me see. So y'all flat out feel Tyra guilty. I mean, it seems like every celebrity catching strays. Seriously, how far back in a person's closet are we going? 2000s, 90s, 80s? No, for real. I feel you. Like, I get to the point, this exposed culture it's really exhausting. Because I'm like, there's one thing with correcting things. Like, okay, now I've been made aware this is wrong and we correct it moving forward versus overcorrecting. There's nothing you can do about the past. In certain situations now when it come down to churn, people messing with churn, there's no, we don't tolerate that whatsoever. I don't like stuff like that. But stuff like as simple as a TV show, I feel like,
especially for the time that it was,
time. Yeah, it's the times. Like, stuff has changed, like
drastically.
Yeah, like certain stuff is not acceptable that was acceptable back then. But yeah, but can we talk about how pretty Ebony looks?
You said her looks?
Yeah, I was thinking we talk about how pretty she looks.
Yes. I'm sorry, I don't see no ash.
Obviously, you're not gonna see it from right here, ma'am. You wasn't in the house with the model.
I'm saying what I'm saying,
but she probably wasn't ashy. I think Tyra said that because the producers told her to say it to stir the pot. But that's a way that people break people down. So Ebony came in the house very confident black woman. And for you to say stuff like that to her, they had tactics to break those women down.
They did. Even with the whole like eating, or I think it was the 7 deadly sins.
Lotion though, Mr. Dale, please no.
Who is this person?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Why?
I'm done. Listen,
I don't know.
Is lotion not greasy though? Is lotion not greasy? Lotion's supposed to be greasy.
Lotion ain't greasy. What lotion y'all using?
Okay, well, what I'm saying is like lotion is supposed to be moisture, right? So if you touch the door, if you touch something, it's gonna probably get on it after you done.
Because you ain't rub it all the way in your skin.
That's okay, well, she was self-conscious, so she was lathering up. Okay, leave her alone. Leave Ebony alone.
I'm just saying.
And maybe she was using shea butter instead of lotion, and shea butter is greasy. Okay.
Now, yes, I'm with you when you're right. I told you.
They better get off Ebony. Like I thought Ebony would have at least made it to the final 3. She should.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Ebony was that girl, and still is. Like I just feel like she should have been further along than a lot of those other people who they left.
She really should have. They say the girls were complaining that everything was greasy, like your co-host said, rub it in. No, you're right. Absolutely, yeah, rub it in. But I think they made her self-conscious to the point she just probably just slapped that shea butter lotion on. I don't know.
And then how they gave her the angry black girl edit.
I will agree with that, and that's why I think Tyra mentioned to her. I think that's why they sabotaged her haircut. And why they told her that she was ashy as well, because they wanted to push that. They wanted her to be angry. And I'm glad when I go back and look at some of those episodes, she didn't crash out the way she could have crashed out.
Yes.
She did her little bit of complaining and she understood it was a competition. But at the same time, I hated the way they did that. I will say that. Now, I think that had a lot to do. Yeah, I would say them collectively, including Tyra. I think I think it was the producers' ideas. Like, hey, Tyra, you got to shake up the room. Like, you need to tell her X, Y, and Z to get this show
going. Take the table.
And because Tyra wanted these ratings, I think Tyra was just like, all right, let's get this thing going, without realizing how detrimental this was, or how, not detrimental, what's the word I'm looking for? How that would affect them in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
You know, saying stuff like that could really stick with a young woman for a very long time.
Yeah.
I guess.
Why?
Why?
Let somebody tell me my but you know, that ain't everybody.
Well, she said that really stuck with her to this day. She's like, why my butt gotta be so wide?
I wish mine was wide.
Okay, like I'll take that compliment, child.
Say that.
Yes, I agree. I don't play about children and elders, but I like to come. Hold on. But I'm like, come on, society. We might as well go back and talk about King David from the Bible cheating. Hello. Well, we do talk about it, child. A lot of people do still talk about it.
And he was still one of God's favorites.
Hello.
Coming in a Hyundai.
I only use Benny Cream products from head to toe, plus Vaseline. I know that's right. I use shea butter. I told y'all it was the producers. I mean, you're right. You did mention that. But I don't. That's why I said I think Tyra had creative control for the most part, all the way up until season 5. And I think after that, when it started getting a little ridiculous, I think that was a lot to have to do with the producers. But because it is Tyra's show, that's just like McDonald's. If somebody mess up somebody's food, they're not going to blame that one person. They're going to blame McDonald's, which I don't understand why they're not blaming the show instead of just pinpointing, let's just single out Tyra.
Because she is the face.
Yeah, true. She is the face. That's true.
She basically.
Yeah, they don't know the producers. They can be like, the producers. And like, no, but it's Tyra's show. I mean, yeah. Hey, I mean, overall, I personally think a lot of people don't have brains for themselves. They see one person call out Tyra, and half of these people ain't even watched the doggone show. Half of these people weren't even born, and it's a lot of Gen Zers that have not watched this show, and they're just going based off of little TikTok clips versus actually watching the show. And if you grew up during that time and during that era, if this was wrong, Tyra wouldn't have made it to 24 seasons or however many seasons. You get what I'm saying? If people
25, because she just said, no, I think for her it was like 22. Because she said, oh yeah, she lives in Australia now.
I saw.
She's about to do a
smiles with her eyes. She's so ridiculous. You think Tyra's ridiculous? I thought that was a cool little thing. Everybody was smizing. Everybody was smizing.
Let me see.
Can you smize? Can I smile? That's getting seductive.
Oh, my bad. I don't know how to smize then.
I don't know how to smize either, child. I be trying. I think I know how to do it. I can't do it without actually smiling. Y'all need me to guest star on live from time to time to bring a balance of positive masculinity and male perspective. Oh Lord, Jesus.
Okay, positive.
Okay, we'll talk about something else. We'll get into something else. Matter of fact, next week I do want to get into the TV show or the movie, the Tyler Perry movie. I would love to hear your thoughts on that because I got a lot to say about that last Tyler Perry movie. I don't even watch Tyler Perry like that. I'll say this. If it's a Medea movie, no. But if it's like one of his TV shows like Sisters or his movies like Straw, I thought was great. But if it's a movie and it has Medea in it, I do not watch those. But I do have a lot to say about this recent one that Wawa made me watch that I could barely get through the movie because there was a lot going on. I do want to discuss that. Yeah, it was a whole lot. I have a lot to talk about with that. So if you want to chime in on that one, I might bring you up. I'll bring you up. Let me see. What were you going to say? I feel like I'll cut you off.
Honestly, I can't remember. I think we were talking about she lives in Australia. And she's trying to do her 26th cycle of America's Next Top Model.
I think she should. I think she should have done an All-Stars. Well, I think she did when she brought certain girls back. I think she did that one season. But I think she should do that more often, because at the end of the day, it's reality TV, and that would be good exposure for the girls who feel like their career didn't take off for them to get back out there. Don't you think people would look them up now? Don't you think they'll start booking gigs now because today's society and social media has changed?
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that would be a great thing for her to do if she decides to do it. I'll watch it.
Kenya, I know she's a real estate agent, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. But Kenya, her bone structure, oh my gosh, she just eats for me. She eats for me.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought she had a very weird face. But I started to like Kenya though. Her personality was very.
Oh yeah, and then the way they had her eating like 3 bagels.
Yeah, when it was really the same one, I thought that was hilarious. Cause I'm like, why would y'all do that to her?
Because I remember watching the show at that time. I'm like, dang.
Very alien. That is hilarious. Yeah, she does have a weird face structure. Her jawbone structure is very different. But I will say this though, I hated the way they depicted her as well. They made her seem like she was just overweight,
just slob,
just sloppy. I don't like the way they did her, but I think that had a lot to do with the producers as well.
Oh yeah.
I think it had a lot to do with the producers. A few more things I want to touch on, and we can kind of end it. I can go to 2. We've been on here almost 2 hours. One thing I do want to say, there was moments where Tyra did give the girls advice, and she did pull them to the side. They act like those moments never happened for some weird reason, and I don't like that. But I think this show was out to set an agenda. That Tyra was the worst person ever. That's what they wanted to make it seem like. Like, oh my God, Tyra's the worst person ever. Which I think it was 50-50. Yes, she had her shady moments, but she also had pure intentions in the beginning for the most part. Maybe not towards the end. I think she was a little in over her head after season 5. I don't know why I want to always say after season 5 because I feel like that's when it started getting totally ridiculous after season 5. Oh, we didn't talk about Tiffany.
Tiffany, where is Tiffany? Why she wasn't in the interview?
Well, Tiffany already said F Tyra. Like,
hold on,
wait, she said that before this even started to come about again. She said
I was trying to see where she is, and apparently she left a little message on IG.
Like recently,
I found this on Cosmopolitan little page, but they took a screenshot. Okay. So I'm gonna read it. Okay. She said, "Hold up, Tyra Banks. Let's keep it cute. You are one lion A, tied A, B." You read if you understand what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. You know how you treated me the whole time, off and on camera. You was a bully. You treated me like and said the nastiest things about me and my son. Ooh. That is not how the argument went, but y'all edited to make it look like you cared. Also, F you, Shade Room. F your weird A fans, and F you, Tyra Banks.
Wow.
I bet you won't sit down with me face to face and talk about it. Also, F my family too. Oh, y'all don't ever defend me. Crazy. I got more money and I'm helping more people than all or many of the top models. But that's an update y'all give. Dang shame. It's giving y'all still hating on a little black A me. Tyra Banks, ho, just let it go. It's been over 20 years. Yeah, that's what she said. That's what she said. Yeah, she wanted to let y'all know. That's what it was. I think she honestly would have been a nice bonus for the documentary.
It was already too much negativity that we know. We know Tiffany didn't like her. We didn't need to add no more. It would have been nice to have a balance of people who did have good things to say. Well, Shannon had a few good things to say. Although Kenya went through that situation with Bertini on the photo shoot, she felt uncomfortable. She had a few good things to say as well. I think because what I did peep that a lot of the black girls, they understood that, okay, after a while they caught on like, oh, this is a TV show. Okay, I get it. But some other people, Shanny, I don't know what expectations they may have had.
Well,
let me see. She is the reason why there was a documentary in the first place. We always was rooting for her, struggle spirit and all. Listen, and I get that could be very tiresome to have people come up to you in public and like, we're Aubrey, and that's the only thing you're known for.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate, but would we have known her at all if it wasn't for that show? Would we have known her at all?
Maybe.
I love Tiffany. I really do. I liked her, and I wish she would have stayed. But I feel like a lot of people don't like to be real about certain things. We wouldn't have known half of them.
True, half of them, yes. But that's not to say if they wouldn't have went on America's Next Top Model, they couldn't have made it. You know,
modeling,
anything.
I'm not saying anything. I'm talking about
modeling. Even with modeling.
No. I think that's not realistic.
I feel like I don't know because we don't know everybody's journey. Like I feel like we never would have rooted for a girl like that in our lives. Why not? I like a good come up. I like a good Cinderella story.
Yeah, I do too. Love a good Cinderella story. I would have rooted for a girl like her in real life.
Yeah.
But I will say that I don't like the fact that people are dismissing the show as if that show did not give them exposure.
It
I'm not
did.
saying they wouldn't have went on in their lives and did absolutely nothing and been bums. What I'm saying is these are household names now. A lot of people know who she is because of that show.
Yeah.
What else would she have been doing that we would have known her the way that we know her now?
You're right.
Well rooted sounds better.
Well rooted.
Oh, well rooted. Okay, yeah. Where y'all both from? From Florida. That's
Florida.
You need to know. But yeah. I think we just lightly touched on Tiffany. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other think pieces on Tiffany, and I will say I watched Lovely T. I love watching her channel as well. And there was one thing that I did agree with her on when she was getting yelled at by Tyra. Tyra didn't like the fact that, when your parents are yelling at you, you don't give them the reaction that they were looking for. They want you to have a defeated reaction. That's what Tiffany was giving Tyra, and I think that's what fueled Tyra. Like, you're not sad that you're going home.
Yeah.
That's one thing I disagreed with. I didn't like that Tyra did that because it's like, what do you want her to be? Like, that she's preserving herself. She cried later, but you know how like you're trying to hold it together because
you still want to have her dignity as she walks out.
Still want to have her dignity as she walked off, and I think that now that's where Tyra's ego got in the way. I will say
ego.
Tyra's ego got in like, oh, this is an opportunity. I did this for you. I took you out off the street. That's what it made her. She didn't say that, but that's the energy she was giving. Like, I took you off the street and I gave you this and I gave you. How ungrateful. And it's like, no, she wasn't being ungrateful. She's just tired. First of all, y'all playing on that girl top because y'all already stirring the pot, the producers, y'all doing like little crazy, weird antics. The least I can do is hold my dignity and my pride and be like, hey, I tried my best. All right, y'all, love y'all, bye.
Yeah, did you want me to be silent?
No, she wanted her to be boohoo crying. And Tiffany wasn't going to give her that satisfaction. So that's why I said I like Tiffany. Don't get it twisted, but I'm also a realist. I'm also going to play devil's advocate and say, I don't know if the world would know her in this type of way, or she would have this type of light shed on her if she wasn't on a show.
And she probably wouldn't be able to make the money that she's making now and helping people if she would not have gotten that exposure. Because whether the exposure was good or bad, it led her to where she is today.
Exactly. That was going to be her path regardless. If you believe in God and you believe in that he already has your life written out for you, that was going to be her path regardless. But I just don't like the whole stigma of like, oh,
Oh, I'm getting old. I'm sorry. I had to yawn.
A lot of these women should be thankful for the opportunity and should have made the best out of even if that's what I said earlier. I'm just calling you BFHQ. I said that too. I'm like, literally, everyone's not going to be a winner. Everyone should have made the best of that situation, even if and a lot of people did. I made mentions of Winnie Harlow. She was not a winner. Takara was not a winner. Yaya was not a winner. Shannon was not a winner and still got signed to an agency and still did well in her career. And it's a few other people. I can't really think. I think Isis, the transgender, the first transgender on there.
Yes.
A lot of people was rooting for her. I think she went on to do a lot of things as well. A lot of people. So I don't know. I mean, that's just personally how I feel about it. I'm not giving Tyra 100% a pass, but I'm also not dog power on Tyra either, because once again, that's just how times was. And I feel like I understood that her assignment was to create a show that was entertaining, and she did just that. Were we not entertained?
I was entertained.
Unfortunately, it was at the expense of other women's,
14-year-old me was entertained.
You get what I'm saying? It was, at the expense of the other women's feelings and other stuff. But hey, it was a great show. These women got exposure. No, they didn't get paid. A lot of reality shows, you don't get paid. I want people to stop saying that too. Like, they didn't get paid. They signed a contract before they got on that show, and they was told that they were going to be filmed majority of the time, and you're not getting paid. You're in a competition to become a model.
Wait, they didn't get paid?
No, they did not get paid for this show. What's going on, Coach? So when all three of us go live, I don't know. When I come up with the next topic, I'll bring you. Do you want to come on right now? Do you want to come on, Behavior HQ? You got some things you want to say? Coach, did you catch America's Next Top Model, the documentary? We're actually about to wrap it up, so if you want to catch the playback, you can. But if you did, we basically kind of went down the entire documentary, and we skipped around a little bit.
We did.
We skipped around a lot. I wanted to go in order, but y'all know me. The conversation.
Yeah, that's what I say. We're supposed to go on.
Yeah, the conversation is getting good. I don't think. Did I miss anything? The ending of the show. I know she didn't visit. I think you mentioned she didn't visit Jay. Jay in the hospital, but it is what it is. I still feel like he was shady too. So.
Listen, I just feel like they all gave the models what was supposed to be expected once they got out in the real world. If they were really trying to make this their career, this is what you have to expect. Because, shoot, even as actors, we have to get the real. This is what it is. This is what it might not be. This is what you got to look forward to. And this is how you're going to have to navigate through it. So, you kind of just got to take it for what it is. Oh, I have an unpopular opinion.
Coach, your opinion probably on the same as mine, because my unpopular opinion was that Tyra was not 100% a villain. But if you catch the playback, I kind of go into that, because everybody just want to blame Tyra and not blame themselves. Ain't nobody want to take accountability for certain things. But hey, I said all I said, you know. What's going on, Yvette? It is late, baby. It's 11:30. Did I see Anthony still in here? Anthony, you still in here? I'm surprised.
Anthony's still in here.
Okay, yeah, I got love. There you go. I'm gonna contact you and we'll come on. Okay, all right, cool. For sure. If you are entering the entertainment industry, you better develop tough. Exactly.
You're right.
That's all I've been saying. And these women to get on here and to act as if, oh my God, Tyra owes me a career. That's insane to believe that. Why would you give all of that to Tyra? Tyra provided the platform, and it was up to you to do what you're going to do with that platform. And I just named a few people who was not winners, who were runner-ups, who still made a name for themselves. And we know them as household names more than we know the actual winners of all 2023 cycles. But hey, who am I? Tyra isn't a bill. She is not. She's not. She created a platform. No one
got some moments though.
Yeah, they're not. And listen, Coach, you saying the same things I said earlier in this live. I said the contract was for them to be a top model, not for Tyra to hold your hand and mentor you. It would have been nice if Tyra could mentor you, but she's not going to hold your hand to every booking, to every signing, she wasn't going to do that. She was a businesswoman. She was running an empire. That lady wasn't do that. She's not going to babysit. But I ain't going to go Coach about to get me started again. She about to get me started.
Oh, don't get her started.
And the man from Cycle 3. Yes. Oh, listen. Coach, I'm trying to end this live stream. She got to get me started. This is why people need to be real with themselves and realize they are not built for entertainment industry. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like the fact that Giselle tried to give her little sob story. I'm sorry. Like I said, I feel for certain ones like Kenya. Kenya is probably the only one that has a leg to stand on when it comes down to her being uncomfortable at a photo shoot. I felt for Kenya. Everybody else, it's a little 50-50, especially the Shandy situation. Again,
for Ebony.
Oh yeah, and I felt for Ebony too. In certain things, but I like the way they approached it. They did not become the victim in that situation. They was like, hey, this was a messed up situation. I ain't like how they played me. They cut 3 bald spots in my head.
I thought I was gonna have my back, as a sister, but
a sister, she didn't have. But I like that they approached it that way versus like I'm a victim and this happened to me and Tyra's like I'm glad they didn't approach it like that, like others. But hey, I said all I was gonna say. I didn't really touch on Whitney as a plus size model. She still had great things to say about Tyra, although I think her issue was more so with the show and the producers, not necessarily geared towards Tyra. Whitney was all right. She had a few positive things to say. Joni did too. Shannon had a few positive things. I don't know. Let me see. She became a successful model. She pounded the pavement and got it done. Exactly. Like a lot of people. That's why I mentioned Shannon. Shannon was the runner-up on season 1 to Adrian, and she got signed as a model. I forgot what agency she got signed to, but
yeah,
she got signed. Other women did get signed, but they only wanted to interview the people that wanted to bash. I don't want to say bash Tyra, but that Shannon didn't need to be drink. It's Shandy. So you got Shannon from season 1, but Shandy was on season 2. That's the girl who was drinking. Yeah, didn't need to be drinking. You are in a competition. Keep your head on the swivel. Hey, coach, if you catch the playback, catch the playback. I already get. Yeah, I was on that same line. My co-host Wawa over here. She felt differently.
I never said that she shouldn't be drinking. I mean, I never said that. Wait, hold on. I never said that. What did I say?
You said no. They took advantage of her and blah 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 blah. And
I still think the guys took advantage of her. I think they both had drunk.
I think they both had drunk sex, and I think what hurt her is the fact that they filmed it more so the actual act of. But I digress, child. I done said all I was gonna say about that. And if she truly was taken advantage of, I'm sorry, my heart goes out to her. But I think it's 50-50 and it is a sticky situation.
I think it didn't start out like taking advantage of. I think, she needed to take accountability for drinking 2 bottles.
That's what you can take some accountability. You knew you had a boyfriend. Why are you even in the hot tub? You was woke. Then. You weren't slumped over in no hot tub. You weren't slumped. But not to get on Shandy again, because coach, I'm finna get off here because we about to end this.
I like Shandy though.
I'm finna go all night talking about it. Everybody forgot about Jade. She's my I liked it, Jade. I really did like Jade. I love Jade. I thought she was gonna
needed to be in that interview.
Yeah, no one talked to her. There was so many people they didn't talk to. There's so many people. Mercedes knew to get out of the damn. I digress. But everybody wanna dog pile. Everybody wanna just jump on a bandwagon. No one wants to have a brain for themselves. No one wants to use context clues. Everybody want to see little bits and pieces and little clips of TikTok.
I haven't watched the TikTok.
I haven't either, but I've seen like people make their own little think piece. And I'm like, half of y'all wasn't even watching the show when it came out. You only going based upon what other people are saying. Anyway, I digress.
Now, my thoughts are based upon my own thoughts. I just want to say that as a side note. I just finished
next top best friend. Exactly. Right. Thank you.
She did say, "Do you want to be on top?
Do you want to be on top?
Not the middle, not the bottom, but
on top." That's illegal and lame for a man to go out of their way to take advantage of a woman drunk versus being a real man and getting. Yeah, it is. Yeah. And they were where they was in Milan. Yeah, it is. I didn't watch. We know you didn't watch it, Anthony.
But it's something about getting that romance in another country. I would know.
Child, Shannon just was trying to get her groove back and thought about it when she woke up the next morning, like, God damn, it caught me on camera.
I think if it wasn't for Shandy saying, I blacked out, and next thing I knew, he was on top of me. I could feel I don't know what we all black out.
Yeah.
But I could feel it. No, she said I knew it was happening, but I couldn't feel it. And that, in my mind, especially coming from someone who has been essayed,
words to say, and certain people know what trigger words to say. That's all I'm gonna say, because they also caught Shandy on another TV show, kind of joking about the situation as well. I need to
really.
She got interviewed a while back with someone else. She wasn't really joking, and it could have been one of those little nervous laugh things. You know, a lot of people do that too, that little nervous laugh thing. But sometimes people know what trigger words to say. I was passed out, I was blacked out. Again, we can only go. Oliver Twist, thank you. Yeah, she was on his show, her podcast.
Coach, no, baby, I like that.
Yeah, Coach, we know it. Coach, you know she an Aquarius child.
You know that makes sense.
Yeah, like literally. So that's what I'm saying. People know what certain trigger words to say. Mm-hmm. That'll get the audience. Oh my God, I'm so. Listen, she said specifically she was past, like she was Shandy. Again, no one was there. We can only go based on the specific footage that they showed.
Yeah.
To me, it looked like Shandy just had drunk sex. Yeah. And then when she came to the next morning and realized, oh shoot, like dang. That's what it gave. Could have been a little bit of the guy taking advantage of her as well. I'm almost certain. It's a drunk model in here. Heck yeah, we finna have us a good old time. But was Shandy completely like just landed by the person on top of her and people are sitting there watching it? I doubt that. Lawsuits would have came. I just doubt people are sitting there recording her getting. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get that.
So to them, they don't know what her limit is. If they see her moving and just they're like, oh, okay, she just drunk. Like they doing their thing.
Yeah.
They're not like, oh my God, this guy's on top of her. She's lifeless. That is what people are making it seem.
And she also was under the cover, so it's only so much you can see. Hey.
Again, we don't want to diminish the fact if she really felt like, but I feel like she has to take a little bit of accountability.
But now that you're saying that you and Coach are saying that interview,
you got to take two people. Now it was just me earlier. You were backing down.
I didn't know about that interview though. I ain't know about that interview. You know,
remember that part where they showed when they was praying, they were talking, and Ebony was like in the camera. Listen, oh my God, go watch it. Yes, watch the interview.
Okay, because what I don't like,
is a liar.
I don't like a liar, and also you know how I feel about. Well, you know this is also when it comes to women and black men, and you know, it's Black Heritage Month, so you know.
Yeah. But yeah, I go and watch it. Maybe you can get a different perspective on things. That's why I said I think a lot of that people gotta take that in account as well. Not just the interview, but use some context clues, right? And I get femininity and we gotta stand up for our women. We can't. I get that, but like just use your discernment and just think. Anyway, we've been on here for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Thank you so much, Coach, for adding a little bit more to this live stream.
I like Coach.
Yeah, Coach, cool. Also, Behavior Finance HQ, appreciate it. Anthony for holding down the fort late at night for us. I appreciate it. Yvette, I saw you, girl. Thank you so much for showing up. Mr. Dale, he added to the conversation as well. Everybody who came in, even if it was for a short time, we'll do more of these. I said before, we also want to talk about that Crazy Behind Tyler Perry movie. That was just too much for me. We're going to talk about that next Wednesday. And Wednesdays, I think this might be a thing. Wednesday night, we're going to try to be on time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And hopefully y'all like this, and we'll do more of this. And if y'all want to come on stage, if y'all want to add to the conversation as well, definitely let me know, and we're gonna do a little thing. But thank y'all. Oh, Brooklyn, girl, still going. Yes, I'm about to end the live stream. Anthony said he's in the bed. But thank y'all. I will catch y'all in the next one. Why you got anything you want to add?
No, this was fun. My first little streaming, I feel so like I just got popped.
You know? Girl, baby.
So I like it. It's cool.
Okay, well, thank y'all so much for coming up. End it with the theme song. Okay, I'll end it with a theme song.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing. Oh. Give me a high five. All right, cut and print. Beautiful, guys. I don't mind. Do.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night, and I will see y'all next Monday for Music Monday and next Wednesday.